Alright, starting off this month's donations and deliveries, we have a few things, including a 128 gig SD card, some scratchies, and a Pokemon card set, which I think is probably going to be about as much of a gamble as these things. And then this landed on my doorstep in a box of parts, and I'm not sure where it came from, or at least I wasn't till I turned it over. So yeah, I'm not sure what this is for. I'll investigate later. Alright, we're going to see what's in this pack as well and see if we got anything worth it. Alright, let's see what we have in here. A few things fell out. Let's have a look. We have a Raylor, an Elkins, a Mankey. Some of these, for some reason, are worth a bit. Rattata, Nicrodine, Ampharos, Trainer Card, Molderberry, Porygon. We've got a holographic one, though not worth that much, and an energy card. So not the greatest mix, but you know, we've probably got more than $8 worth. Alright, so another donation showed up. This time courtesy of Tinkerman Mick, because he knew what time of the year it was. So he brought cake. I don't normally do birthdays, but I definitely appreciate the cake, and I'm actually quite hungry right now. So I've nicked one of my apprentice's favourite glasses and some milk. I'm going to get into this and enjoy a bit of cake. Very timely too, and it looks really nice. It's like a loaded Lamington or something with apple crumble on the outside. Really nice stuff. Anyway, see you in a bit. Alright, so it's Father's Day today, and I've forgotten where all my buttons are. So my apprentice here has dropped something on my lap this morning. And so we're going to have a think about what this is. It feels... I think I might know what this is. And this might actually be something I've been looking for. I was talking about it the other day. So it tells me I have little ears listening in the house, if this is the case. That's it. I'm going to unwrap this one. Alright, yes, I think this is what I thought it was. This is a back scratcher. And, oh, it's / shoehorn. So two things. Actually, given the size of the boots I wear, probably not a bad idea. And it's the Cool Dad Club. Okay. Appropriate for all areas. That's pretty cool. I will probably put this into use fairly quickly. Anyway, thank you. We'll see what else shows up.
The Father's Day store.
So
enjoy, Dad.
Okay, thank you. Got some more deliveries. And I think I've got a DHT sensor down. I'll have to fix that later. So, yeah, Father's Day presents. Let's see what we got from the apprentice here. Some bits and bobs. This thing's a nice little pen. It's lightweight, fairly grippy. I appreciate that, and it's got the wax on the end at the moment. We'll break that off later. That might replace the one that goes in my bag that pokes holes in things, so that actually might be kind of useful. We have a magnet, which I'm not normally one much for magnets, but we'll see what that does. We have a mini fan thing here. If I can get this open, it's taped shut. Okay. Let's do this surgically. Okay, let's have a look. Now this one apparently has a couple of different adapters. You know what? I'm probably going to steal the adapters off this. So it's got micro B adapter on the bottom. It's got separate fan blade. It's got micro B, but it's got a couple of other adapters. These are the adapters I've been looking for. So actually, that's a lightning to micro B, and that's a micro B to USB-C. So these are adapters I've been looking for anyway. So actually, this might still be useful, but we'll play around with that later. And what else do we have? We have a travel mug, which I have mixed feelings about, but it's a travel mug. We'll see what we can do. Probably good to hide in the ambulance because I will eventually need one of those. So yeah, interesting all the same. Alright, we'll see you in the next one. Okay, so we have some more donations and deliveries. Well, these are deliveries. Going overseas soon, so I wanted some extra stuff. Let's get my cutters here. These stupid little nylon thingies for the tags. Get rid of that. These are from Super Cheap Auto. These are just little zippable cases, but holy crap. I'm not sure if it's autism or if it's the sensory modification from having multiple sclerosis, but these are horrible things. I hate the feeling of this fabric. But They're the cheapest things I can find that do the job, and these should allow me to compartmentalize batteries while I'm away. There's a pile of something in here. Just packets of silica gel. Alright. This should help me compartmentalize my batteries and keep them insulated for airline standards, so that'll be good. What else do we have? They have a little clip to hold them together. A couple of BNC connectors and a roll of RG59U. This will be good for a camera extension I'm working on before I go away. And I've got some luggage scales here. Let's see what we're doing with that. Let's pull these out. These need a AAA battery or something. I was wondering how that worked. So you hold them like a handle, and you got your strap under there and on, and the tear. Pretty self-explanatory. Set of AAA batteries in there. Alright, that'll be good. That'll make sure I don't get charged excess baggage fees. And of course, there's a manual. El Manuel. Okay, let's see what else shows up. Alright, we're back for some final donations of the month. And unfortunately, the diagnostic display, I need to fix that. It's been broken. But I've been away for a while, a good portion of the month. And you can probably guess where I've been. I've got a souvenir here. We've been to New Zealand. This is what I've got left from $1,000. But we didn't want to bring too much of it back. I picked up a few souvenirs. We've got a few coins here. Now, in Australian currency, the large coin is the $1 coin and the small coin is the $2. It's the other way around with these, although their $1 coin is still slightly bigger than our $2. I don't know if I have one for reference. Here's a special edition Aussie $2. So, sort of similar sizes. Anyway, we also have 50-cent coin. Our 50-cent coins are much larger and hexagonal, so that's interesting. And we have a 20-cent coin, which is quite a bit smaller than ours. Interesting stuff. We did stop at the Arataki Visitor Centre, and I got a couple of these because I have like enamel pins all over my bag, and they do have a habit of falling off. And this was like the primary stop I wanted to do on the trip, so I got a couple of spares. I also got a backup one, which is the wrong way up. We did see one of these guys in person. They're female perhaps, but still. Or at least a very similar one. I'm still catching up with all the different birds. In any case, there's another one here that is wrapped up. What have we got? This was another pin. I'm going to have to make a choice. I only have very limited space. I only have limited space on my pack, so one of these will have to go. I know the the Texas pin fell off from my trip to Texas, so maybe this might fill a gap. Maybe I'll put Mr. Texas Armadillo back in the spot. I don't know, but I've got to make some choices about which pins I put on there. So probably there will be a one New Zealand related pin will go on. We'll work it out, and a couple of these will probably go on a pin board somewhere. We'll work it out. I have taken nearly a ½ kilogram of pins off my shoulder bag. I've got a spare New Zealand lolly from the New Zealand Airlines. I'll eat that later. My apprentice got enlisted by the air staff on our flight in to hand out the lollies, which was quite nice of them. Now we have some other souvenirs. These were souvenirs that my financial manager purchased for herself, but I thought I'd include them in here as a matter of interest. We got an abalone, or this is a shell that's been polished up. We do get shells like this on our shores, or similar ones that will polish up if you acid etch them like this. Something I've been meaning to do for a while. But what I was after is some abalone shells. Abalone shells, when you treat them right, we had to check with biosecurity to bring it back. Abalone shells, when you treat them, come up beautifully. And this is definitely what I'm looking for. They are hard to find around here, generally because people that fish them out tend to keep the shells. But if I can find one, I'll be doing this, and I will be cutting some sections out to make jewelry. There is some abalone jewelry we brought back, but I probably won't show it in this video. Either way, this is something that I've been looking for a long time to find, and if you get one of these, even though it's cleaned and polished, you still do need to check with biosecurity on the way in, because they like to know about it and have a look. But fortunately, they didn't take it off us. They were all happy about that. So anyway, let's see if there's anything else. Otherwise, we'll be doing closing statements. So financial manager just handed me these, and apparently I had a choice of one of these for my bag as well, and I do have to make a choice at some point. We did also get some collector's coins as well. My apprentice bought one of these. She may like to contribute her stuff as well. But this is the gondola commemorative coin. Interesting stuff. Now my apprentice wanted to contribute some of her things. She got some souvenirs, some Kiwi oriented croc charms. She bought some keychains for friends to hand out. Most of these are from the visitors centre in Aotearoa, New Zealand. That's a fridge magnet. Some very simple ones. They like the visitor centre. This is something where we found a lot of them. So these are all interesting. These look very familiar, these guys. We have similar birds here. Now my apprentice wanted to show off some of her toys. This one has been harassing me the whole trip back. This is a kakapo. And it has some really annoying sounds. That's just, I've been hearing that the entire trip back. We got this guy, which I don't remember the name of. What's the tag? This one makes sound too, apparently. Don't know anyway. This one, let's have a look.
It's in the middle.
It's got slightly higher resolution than a lot of these toys. Oh, we got a little kiwi. I'm not sure if that's a sound kiwis make. I know the sounds I've heard kiwis make sounds more like somebody getting strangled. This one doesn't make sound. We've got another kiwi. Oh, you got a little one. This one come on the train. This was for sale. And he's got like some beads in him. He sits fairly solidly. He's kind of interesting. Cool stuff. So we've got lots of little souvenirs running around the house anyway. And by running, running like that. And we're going to be hearing weird bird sounds and screams for the next 6 months, I'm sure, till the batteries start going flat. And then you're probably going to start seeing videos where I have to unpick threading and pull it out and change the battery, which I'd probably say is probably something like one of these little coin cells.
Bin chicken.
There's a bin chicken out the front. Okay, well, with the bin chicken, we're going to close this off, and we will continue on. And hope you enjoyed this donations and deliveries, and we'll be up again for next month. Anyway, see you all in the next one.